And I am David Miscavige, current leader of the Church of Scientology and husband to
Congratulations. If you are watching this video, you have reached OT10, the highest level in the Church of Scientology.
even higher than John Travolta.
An 8-man battlefield Earth starring Barry Pepper.
Before his death in 1986, L Ron sat down at a Scientological tesseract that exists outside of space and time for a series of audits to discuss and create.
At OT10, you have access to this infinite trove of audits covering every possible topic. Our archives are voice activated, so if one of you could please stand up and utter a suggestion into the microphone, our computer will retrieve that tape and play it for you now.
I'll go. Okay.
Spam.
Thank you. We now begin the audit.
What are your opinions on spam, David? I simply want to know. Pro or con? For or against?
I don't know that I have any strongly held opinions about spam.
Do you know what spam meat is? It comes in a can.
I do.
It's about this big. I would say the can's about this big in terms of the width. And the height. The height's about there. If the table's the bottom,
I've
this is
seen
the
it.
top.
I've seen it. I know what it is.
Do you know the labeling? It's got a blue package with the yellow words, yellow letters.
I know. I've seen it.
Have you ever eaten it? Have you ever tasted it? Have your lips ever kissed a can of spam?
No, I can't say that I've ever kissed a can of spam before. Kissed plenty of things, but never spam. I think it was developed during World War II.
Let's begin again at the beginning. Tell me what you know about spam. Are you pro or con? Are you for or against? You lied to me, David. That's why we start again.
Well, I didn't pick, so I didn't lie. I never said pro or con. I didn't sort of cast a vote.
But you're hiding something. And we're going to find out what you're hiding.
No, I'm not hiding anything.
What are you hiding, David?
Con. I'm con. That sounds funny, you could say I'm pro, but saying I'm con, I'm against. I'm against spam. I cannot be con. I can be pro. I'm against spam. I think it's unhealthy. I think it probably tastes bad. I wouldn't know. I prefer ham, or whatever the SP is for. The A is for ham, and then the SP.
Spam stands for special ham.
Special ham.
Did you know that?
I didn't.
You didn't know that.
I didn't, but now that you say it, special ham. I get it.
You
Special
said you've
ham
never
is
tasted it, right?
Never. Isn't that funny? I've never grew up, suburban kid, never tasted spam. My mom.
What would your mommy make? Tell me what mommy used to make for little baby.
Sure.
Let's say it's a Saturday.
Saturday.
In the morning hours.
Oh, we're doing the whole day. I thought just dinner.
No. Spam is a breakfast meat. A lot of people wouldn't know that. It's only for breakfast.
I always thought it was for dinner.
I thought you didn't know much about spam.
I know. So breakfast, usually we'd be, there might be some scrambled eggs. Never sunny side up.
What was your mom wearing when she made breakfast?
Usually a night shirt. You know how ladies wear not a nightgown, not a t-shirt, but a sort of night shirt.
Like a shirt for the night.
Yeah. Like Spam is special ham, a night shirt is a shirt for
They're not related.
So typically she'd be there in her her night shirt. Scrambled eggs, maybe there was, this is true, never had a real sausage until I was about 12. We always had Morningstar vegetarian sausages.
Was everything before that false?
Oh no, I just, it's
Because
kind
you
of
said
funny.
this is true. It just makes me wonder if you have to couch that part as true, what wasn't before that?
It was all true, it's just sort of the...
We're going back to the beginning because you lied to me.
I didn't lie.
Why did you lie? We'll go back to that. Why did you lie to me? What are you lying about?
No, nothing. I don't think...
Do you smell that?
No, I think it smells like coffee. Like maybe there's a...
Folgers. Fresh roast.
Isn't Folgers instant?
The flavor is called fresh roast. That's what it is. It's brewing some Folgers. Gotta get myself a cup.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait.
Yeah. For it to be...
You're sweating, David.
Well, it's warm in here. It's warm in here. I've got a jacket on. But
Keep the room at 95 degrees.
That's why.
Yeah, that is actually why. I didn't have to ask about the sweat.
I don't have much to say about Spam. I've had it. No, I haven't had it. I've seen it. I meant to say.
Sounds like you've had it.
No.
Tell me about the first time you had Spam.
I don't think I've ever had it.
Tell me about the first time you had Spam.
I don't remember eating it. I can't remember if I ate it or not. Okay? I don't know.
What do you remember? Tell me something you remember now.
We were out at a party in a frat that I wasn't in.
Was it Fidel?
It was SIGA.
Typical.
It was the neuroscience frat.
As we all know, SIG to be.
Neuroscience frat, and I don't know. I had too much to drink. I guess we got hungry later that night. We went to the, sort of a pre-7-Eleven little grocery store.
A typical pre-7-Eleven.
Pre-7-Eleven grocery store.
Yeah.
I guess I got some food. I don't really remember much after. All I know is I woke up in my bed, and between the area where mine and my roommate's bed were, there was a bunch of food wrappers and a can of Spam and a lady. And
was the lady alive?
I don't know, when I came back to my room, she was gone, and my roommate told me never to talk about it again, but I don't know if I ate the Spam. I have no clue if I did. That's what I'm saying. I can't be pro, I can't be con. I don't
I asked you
know.
to tell me about one thing you remember, and the one thing you remember is a memory with Spam in it.
I could have said anything. I could have said any memory.
Could have said anything.
Tell me one thing I remember. I assumed it was the thing that you'd been sort of asking me about up to that.
Right.
One
Why
thing I
have you
remember.
been lying to me before that? Why did you lie about the Spam?
Can I say just any other thing that I remember?
Yeah, please. I'll allow it.
I remember the first time I saw television. I remember that. And now we never have to address the
What was your
Spam.
mother wearing the first time you watched television?
Probably a night shirt. She rarely changed. She's always usually in a night shirt, okay? So there.
Why was she
that's-
always wearing a night shirt? Why didn't she leave the house?
I don't know.
Why didn't your mother leave the house? Answer.
She didn't.
Why didn't your mother leave the house?
She didn't leave the house. Well, she did.
Why didn't your mother leave the house?
She did so. She didn't.
No, she didn't.
She didn't leave the house because she didn't want to. She didn't leave the house because she didn't want to. Our house was nice. So she stayed in it all the time. We had a big kitchen with an island, so she stayed in the house all the time.
You need go no further. I understand now.
Yeah.
If I had a kitchen with an island, I would live in that kitchen. I would make that kitchen my domain. If people came to rescue me from the kitchen island, I'd say, no! Do not rescue me, Coast Guard. I have found a new life. I'm not making a joke.
Because it's an island and the Coast Guard.
What did you think I meant? I was talking about a scenario where I, L Ron Hubbard, LRH, find myself in a kitchen with an island. And I make that island my home. If I had a kitchen that had an island in it, I would never leave. That would be my oasis. That would be my permanent heaven.
So when I said that my childhood kitchen had an island in it, you thought I meant a landmass.
What did you mean?
It would be something like this with a cooktop in the middle and sort of bar seating.
That's a shitty counter. That's not an island.
It's called an island because it's not attached to anything and the kitchen is all around it. And if it's attached, it's called a peninsula.
That infuriates me. That is not what an island is.
It is in kitchen design. That is what an island is, a peninsula, and then the counter is called a continent.
What? No, surely you are mistaken. There is no way the counter is the continent.
How can you think that
What is the Arctic ice shelf of the kitchen?
the fridge? How can you think that this is the lie? You thought that I had an island in my kitchen and let that go.
I don't know. I've never been in a kitchen, all right?
In a kitchen.
It makes me sick, the thought of stepping foot in one. Unless it had an island, and then I'd be all over it. I love the sea. I love the idea of being in the ocean forever and ever, and then one day finding a place that no one else has found, a place that's all mine, a place where no one can bother me. An island. Sand. Cocoa nuts. Crabs, seashells, palm leaves. An island, they call it. I call it home.
You've never been in a kitchen?
No. Never, ever, ever.
That's what we were playing.
What's that?
That night at SIGEP, we were playing Never Have I Ever. It's
What have you never ever?
a game. I'm trying. They
What have
asked.
you never ever, David?
A lot
Never
of
have
things.
you ever.
Been to the moon.
You guys are bad at this game.
Well, you usually say sexual things. That's,
Never have you ever.
Kissed someone a lot younger than myself. A lot younger. A lot younger.
What's a lot for you? Give me your definition. It's
Well,
funny?
when I was-
Well, I laugh.
Well, I'll tell you. When I was younger,
Will I laugh?
no.
Proceed.
Now, at the age that I am now, I would say 7 years is younger.
7 years younger than you is too far young.
Is too far young, but when I was younger, I would have said a shorter time period. But I think as you age, you know, and people's life experiences sort of like level out, it's and everyone's like an adult all the way up and down the chain. 7 years. And then when I'm 50, 15 years, I think.
So you think that?
Why are we talking about this?
You brought it up.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Did I?
I don't know, did you? Who brought it up?
I did.
I
You
knew
asked me
it.
to say something.
I knew you brought it up.
Something that never.
You brought it up all along.
Why did I bring that up?
Why did you bring that up? Why did you lie about the spam?
Didn't lie about the spam.
We talked about what you never have you ever, but what have you done, David? What did you do with the spam? What did you do to the girl? What
I don't-
have you done, David?
I don't think I did anything.
You don't think, but what do you know? What do you know, David?
I know. I know that when I woke up, my index finger on my right hand had a blister here, as though I'd been prying, pulling at something. It could have been a soda can tab.
Or it could have been a can of spam that just wouldn't open.
And
We know those cans can be real finicky. They didn't make them easy to open.
and the girl was
What was her name?
I don't know.
What was her name?
I don't know.
Was her name Spam?
Maybe.
David, was the girl's name Spam?
I don't know. All right, she was in my history class. I don't know.
Was she a girl, or was this person you had sex with merely a can of Spam? Is the person that disappeared merely a can of Spam? David, answer the question. It's a simple question that just requires a simple answer, and the thing is, the answer needs to be answered, otherwise the question will not have an answer.
I didn't have sex with her, okay? I didn't have sex with anyone.
Well, no one said the spam had a gender. The other one has said it was a girl.
No, I said that there was a girl and a can of spam, and they were both between the beds. That's what I said, because that is what happened. There was a person, a can of spam, and some bags, empty bags of potato chips. And that is what happened. Then I went
What
to
was
the
the
bathroom.
brand of potato chips?
I don't remember.
Was it Lay's?
I don't remember. I don't remember. That's why I wasn't lying before. I don't remember if I've had spam or not. I have no clue.
Okay.
Sure, it was Lay's.
Lay's taste so good. David, I'm not trying to upset you. I'm just trying to make it clear where we are on the topic of spam.
We're nowhere. We are nowhere. I've maybe had it, maybe I haven't. I think I'm against it. My mother used to wear night dresses or night shirts. I never even told you past breakfast what
Did
I
you
used
ever
to
see
eat.
the face of the girl who woke up on your floor and then disappeared after you went to the toilet? Did you ever catch the glimpse of her face? You never see the face.
You know, she was in my history class, like I told you.
But did you ever see her face? You knew she was in your class, but did you ever see her face?
Of course I saw her face.
You didn't see her face.
What are you talking about? I saw her face. Nothing happened. She
You
was
said
fine.
she
She was
was
on
younger.
a mattress.
You said she was younger.
No, I didn't.
What if she was older?
I never said that she was younger.
You said she was wearing a nightshirt.
I said my mother was wearing a nightshirt.
As you recall, you also said that the woman on the floor of your dorm room that night with the can of spam was wearing a nightshirt.
Did I say that?
Did you? It feels that way. And if it feels that way, it has to feel that way for a reason.
Does feel, when I think
Did
about
you have
it,
sex with your mother in a can of Spam?
how would you even?
That would be crazy.
How would you?
Why would I even suggest? But did you? I need to know, David. It's important that I know.
No, no, no.
You wouldn't lie to me, would you?
No, I've had sex with 3
You promised me you
people.
wouldn't lie to me. Who are the three
3 people.
Name their names.
My wife, my girlfriend in college, and this girl in high school who, I think there's a valid case that we didn't really have sex. I think you could make the case.
You just named
she
3
certainly
people
did.
who don't have a name.
My wife, Shelly, who is fine, by the way. This woman, girl, in college.
Was it a woman or was it a girl?
Well, I get all pissed off if you don't say woman, so. A woman, but between you and me, a girl. Her name is Veronica. And then in high school, this girl I went to prom with, her name was Brielle. So.
Brielle Gattuso.
No.
Oh. I just made it.
Do you think?
For a second, I thought maybe I knew her.
Hey,
I was
there
wrong.
aren't that many Brielles.
There aren't that many Brielles.
There aren't that many Brielles.
There aren't that many
There aren't that
Brielles.
many
There aren't that many Brielles. I think we can all agree on
Yeah.
that.
And let me tell you.
But there's a 4th that you didn't mention.
No,
Yes, there is.
no, it's those. I call
Those
them, I
3.
call them the big 3.
It's funny, those are the big 3, but then there's the tiny
big
4.
The tiny. No, there's just.
You leave out the night you had sex with your mother and
God,
your
no,
mother,
that
and a
never
can of
happened.
Spam.
That in or and? Do you think that I had a 3-way with my mother and a can?
I think you and a can of Spam and your mother all looked each other in the eyes and you said, "Yep, let's get freaky." And then I think the can of Spam popped its own lid. It said, "No, I got it." And then I think mommy says, "Nightshirt's staying on." And then you said, "Just how I like it. Just like I like my scrambled eggs. Nightshirt on."
Sir,
And
I
then
know
you
I-
blacked out because the trauma of it was too much. The thetans overwhelmed you.
No, all right. Look, I don't want to say you're wrong, but I've had sex with 3 people in my life, and one of them was not my mother, and one of them was not a can of Spam. Okay?
Why won't you tell me the truth about the time you had sex with your mother in a can of Spam?
Because it's not the truth. I've told you the truth about everything up to this point. It's not the truth.
You didn't tell me the truth about everything up to this point. You lied to me first. You lied to me in the first. You said you had never, ever tasted Spam. And then you told me, wait, you had never even seen Spam. Next thing I know, I say, just give me any old memory. Any old memory. And the first memory you give me is the memory of Spam. Waken to it. Like you used to wake to your mother in a nightshirt.
No.
On every Saturday morning.
No.
With scrambled eggs, cooking up a fresh pot of Java.
No.
Brewing, percolating.
It was always
And there was
Folgers.
Spam in the pan!
Folgers.
There was Spam in the pan and there was Spam in the bed!
She was
You had
always-
sex with your mother! You had sex with a can of Spam! Tell me the truth, David!
She was always making fucking Folgers. She was always making it and scrambled eggs in the nightshirt, but I don't think that I had sex with her. I don't think I did.
Stop telling me what you think! Tell me, look into your mind. Show me what you have in there.
I don't have anything in there.
Why? Why is nothing in there?
Because I took it all out.
Where'd you put it?
I don't know.
Did you put it in your pocket?
I took everything out of my mind and I put it in my coat pocket.
Why don't we take it out of your pocket and take a look at it?
I didn't have sex with my mother, and I didn't have sex with a can of Spam.
Well, why don't you take a look at what I just took out of your pocket?
It's fucking nothing.
No, it's a memory. A memory looks like nothing at first glance. But the longer you stare at it, the longer you examine the memory, the more you begin to realize there's something quite substantial there. And it's been there the whole time. In this case, that memory is the time you had sex with your mother and a sentient can of Spam.
That would explain why the next morning my penis was cut up so bad.
Yes, it was because of the sharpness of the can around the edges.
I thought I had just tripped, but
No. And it was an honest mistake to think that. We've all tripped and cut up our hard, erect penises. We've all done it.
of course.
If you leave a container of sharps open on the ground, you're going to cut the penis.
That's why I'm always telling my wife.
I've been there, let me tell you. Oh, no, RH. I've cut up my pee-pee real good. But you had a cut penis because you had sex with a can of Spam and your mother in the same night.
Sick.
What's that?
I'm gonna be sick.
Don't be sick. Tell me why you did it. And tell me, are you still pro-Spam or are you still con-Spam?
When you say con, it sounds right.
I'll tell you right now, it seems like the Spam wronged you that day and you have no reason to support it. Seems like the Spam left a wound on your soul. Seems like you are Spam. In a way.
I did. I've tasted Spam before, just
What's it taste like?
not with my mouth. That's why I can't remember the taste, because it wasn't with my mouth. It was with every other part and whole of my body.
What did it feel like?
Wet, kind of grumbles more than you would think.
What did it smell like?
It smelled like Saturday mornings with my mom. Oh my God.
And what did it say to you?
It
What?
said, "Why'd you always push me to the side of the plate, David? Your mom made those eggs and that Spam and that rye toast. Why did you always push me to the side and put the eggs on top?" And I said, "Because I think you're disgusting. I think you're bad for me. And I think you're full of salt I don't need." And he said, "But your mama made me. With her unbroad titties hanging over the tent. She made me. There's little pieces of her hair and pieces of her in me, David." And I said, "I don't want you inside of me, Spam. Mom, Spam, Mom, Spam, Mom, Spam, Mom, Spam, Mom, Spam."
Mom is
My
Spam.
mother is Spam. My mother is Spam, and I had sex with a can of Spam. I had sex with a can of Spam when I was 19 years old. I had sex with a can of Spam when I was 19 years old, and they cut my dick off. Oh my God. I'm pro-Spam. Oh God, it feels good to say on so many levels I'm pro-Spam, because it was hard to say I'm con-Spam, and I thought that it was the language. And it wasn't. It was because I love Spam. It was because I love Spam. I love the can, and I love the Spam also.
That feels good, doesn't it?
Oh man, it felt good then and it feels good now.
What I wouldn't give to fuck a can of Spam. Yes. It feels good to say out loud.
It feels good to say out loud.
In this non-judgmental forum.
Yeah, and I came.
Good. You're welcome.
Wow. Oh, I feel great. I feel great, sir. I was
Good.
pissed at you before, and now I feel great. I fucked a can of Spam. I came. Oh, and I guess the can of Spam was my mom.
When you say it that way, it makes perfect sense.
I feel the fiends flying off me.
I can smell them flying off you. You know what they smell like?
Folders?
I was going to say Spam.
I
Well,
started.
you know the folder smells like folders.
The best part of waking up is Spam. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Well, now we know that you are pro-Spam.
Yeah. And
Hey,
hey, if
yeah.
you want a can, I bet she's got a sister.
That's disgusting. You should not talk about a can of Spam like it's just some piece of meat like that. That Spam has agency.
You're right.
That Spam can think and feel for itself. How dare you, David?
I'm sorry.
Who the fuck do you think you are? Coming in my Tesseract! Talking to me! LRH! Like a can of Spam can't feel. Like a can of Spam can't feel when you touch its side of its face. Like a can of Spam doesn't feel it when you call it a piece of shit.
It's a woman. The Spam's a woman. I'm not gay. Okay. The Spam's a woman.
What are you talking about?
You're calling the Spam a he, and it's a woman for sure.
It doesn't matter.
It matters to me a lot, all right? The
Wow.
can of Spam is a woman.
This is a whole different can of Spam right here.
Sorry. Sorry.
What I'm saying is, treat Spam with respect.
Yeah.
You can fuck Spam all you want,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, you better give that Spam a text the next day. You better say, "Hope you do. How you doing?" You better say something like, "Hope work was chill."
That's what you would do if you had sex with somebody?
I would
Say,
only
"Oh,
say,
chill."
"Hope work was chill."
Wow.
That's general life advice. Have sex with someone, next day, wait till middle of the day, end of the day, say, "Hope
So-
work was chill."
It's either a Sunday night or a weeknight that you're...
Never on a Saturday. Never have sex on a Saturday.
Well, I'm
night.
sorry, I'll do that in the future. The next time I have sex with a can of Spam, I'll text it the next day and say, "Hope work was chill."
Is there anything else you'd like to say about Spam? Anything left in your mind?
No, just I guess now it's a big four. Veronica, Brielle, Shelly, and that can of Spam. It's pretty cool.
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
There's nothing left to be said about the Spam. Then I believe we have said all there is to be said about Spam. We have exhausted the topic. We have spoken about Spam from beginning to end.
As much as one could.
All the things you would say about Spam.
Mm-hmm. So,
This has been the Audit about Spam.